Hello, I am Marilyn Lyons, and I am really looking forward and excited to teaching creative writing this summer, along with reading skills at All Star Academy. So, I want you to know that there's a very important approach that you take when you are teaching writing, and it's so important that unless we have this as a basic underlying skill set, students cannot write well. So I want to tell you about this. There's little Johnny. He was at his first day of school, and he came home. His mother asked him, "What did you learn at school today?" And he said, "Well, I learned to write." Well, she was wondering what he was writing about, and he said, "Well, I'm sorry, I haven't learned to read yet." So the important thing that I want to communicate is that we teach your students the right skill sets in the right order. And it's very important to learn these skill sets, especially for writing, because students cannot be effective in junior high, middle school, high school, and beyond without these skill sets. So I ask you, what is the best way to learn to write? It's to develop interest in writing. The best method is to develop the interest that the student already has. So if your child is bored with writing, they say they can't write, they can't think of anything to write about, it's because they're bored. And when students are bored, they aren't going to have a motivation to write. So we try to capture their interests and their skill sets and interests together and combine that in a winning duo to help them produce great essays. So this summer, we're teaching creative writing for that very reason. We want students that aren't bored. When they're excited about what they are going to write about, they will want to communicate that both orally and in writing. So that's our first step. So the real steps to learning to write well are to learn new approaches, to practice them, and to receive feedback. Those are the steps to learning to write well. Well, this summer, that's exactly what we'll be doing in the creative writing class. The summer writing workshop is small and student-centered. It gives me time to individually work with the students one-on-one to assess their writing and to help them develop truly creative writing skills. And the writing process is what we all know. Current research teaches us that the writing process is how students really learn to write effectively. And students will be using that process to give feedback to one another, to work collaboratively on essays, and then, of course, to receive one-on-one instruction from me. So some of the things that we're looking at, that we're learning this summer, is that writing is the foundation of writing is development of ideas. If you don't have a thorough thought process that's well developed, then you simply can't write well. So part of that is students learn how to generate and develop ideas through writing. It's a very analytical process. Secondarily, students will be using different genres this summer. So in the creative process, they will be looking at narrative and descriptive writing, and they will be developing their analytical, observational, and organizational skills through that process. Thirdly, the organization of plot in a story has a chronological emphasis. So they will learn how to use chronological techniques to build a story plot line. And finally, characters. A good story must have, the heart of the story is the character. It's the main characters, the protagonists, and the antagonists, and the secondary characters. So they will learn how to describe characters, and they will be doing their own character sketches and development of each character. So finally, we will have a contest this summer, and the person who creates the most creative and the most dynamic story, as voted on by the entire class, will win an achievement, a recognition, a certificate of recognition or achievement. And that will be given out the last day of class. So I'm looking forward to also our Friday classes, which will have special topic intensives, and in those special topic intensives we'll be integrating other forms and other disciplines with the writing. So we will have art and drama to illustrate the stories that they have written. And this all combined together will be a really exciting, dynamic workshop, and I know the students will really thoroughly enjoy it. So I'm looking so forward to seeing your child at the creative writing class this summer. Thank you very much.